Poncho Knows, the subject, your image library. Artists, you are only as good as your image library. I scan everything and photograph everything after I'm finished creating it. All of you have been in a situation, and I have too, where you're moving so fast and you're moving things, you didn't get a chance to shoot it, you may have sold it, you may have given it away, you don't have no reference of it, okay? That is really bad business. I think at some point you gotta slow down and know what you're doing, but I made a system now that when I create, I document. I create, I document, and then I don't do anything else until after it's documented. That means document it in picture form. I have a spreadsheet that it goes on with all the specs, and I accumulate that over time. And so I have a system now of create, shoot, document, scan, put it on my list, and then I keep moving. And that way I have cumulative information in this building, but what I'm also building is an image library. In this day and age, if you got a scan of an old image, you can do tons with it. At this point in my life, there are different organizations, nonprofits, churches that see my work online, and they call me and they say, Poncho, can we use your piece in a magazine? Can you use it in a book cover? And I say, well, what is it? What's your honor? What's your budget? And they say, well, and I tell them, okay, if you want to use that, it's $450. $450 is better than zero. And that's just them giving them image rights to use it on a cover. The potential of your image library goes so vastly. If your work is abstract and you digitize that work, there's a thing called a digital derivative. That means I can do 20 different versions of that piece digitally in Photoshop. So you need to take a Photoshop class right away, and you'll learn how to triple or quadruple your image library. In my case, my work is figurative, but the piece behind me, I can convert it, I can flip it, I can make it different color ranges and still market them to different people. I had one piece that I did for one organization, and then 10 years later, I took the same piece, inverted it, added some different colors, changed the color gamuts, and then I used it for another organization. Two different organizations, same piece, same copyright, and I own the original. Understand the power of an image library. An image library also is fantastic when it comes to things like calendars and other paper products like note cards, because then you got places that you can put these images without you having to think about it. When people inquire, you're able to fill that demand. And when you take care of your image library, especially now that everything's digital. Before, I had to go get slides made, whether it was 35 millimeter, they were 4x5s or 8x10s. I have literally a couple $100,000 of those things now that are almost obsolete. I keep them now because they're still in good shape for me to have rescanned and digitized. But understand that your image library is so valuable. So while you're worrying about one original going to one person, or being able to take one piece and do reproductions from it, your image library will last forever. And guess what? Even when the piece is sold, you still own the copyright. You can use those pieces to infinitum. It is really up to you. But once you have respect for your image library, I think you have more respect for what's happening with the direction of your work. Poncho Knows. Peace.